Hello, everyone. I'm Rudrani, and welcome to Speak Easy. My guest today is extremely talented and extremely real. And in this world that's extremely rare, I'm talking about, of course, the fantastic and the empathetic, our very favorite Keanu Reeves. Hello. Thank you for joining in.
Hello. Thank you for the introduction.
But it's true. I meant every word. You have remained real. You remained authentic. We all know how empathetic you are. I want to know, how have you done that? How?
I don't know. Hopefully it's a good thing I think it's the roles that I have a chance to play. There are often times in challenging circumstances, and oftentimes, especially in John Wick, a little bit of suffering. So if I come off as empathetic, that means the audience is empathetic. I think that kind of can bond us and bind us, to the human condition.
Beautiful. I love that. I'm almost expecting you need to be a fighter if you want to love comment that went viral on internet. Post you said it to in Drew's show. I'm expecting something like that from you. You're a man of wise words.
I don't know about that, but anyway, thank you.
Okay, of course, John Wick. It's a reunion with Chad and you, so I want to know. That must be exciting. There is Matrix, and this, of course, turned out to be absolutely fantastic and a global hit. And then a very different story with John Wick, but then it's a collaboration with Chad again. Life seems like it's come to a full circle in some way, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's we both, Chad and I, are so grateful to the Wachowskis for the experience of having the chance to work with them and to learn from them as visionary filmmakers and such talents. I think we both learned a lot from them and have been inspired by the Wachowskis and the Matrix films. And, we share certain sensibilities, especially in action and character and storytelling. So it's been great to work with Chad and to have all that history between us, for almost, over 20 years, so it gives Chad and I a shorthand, and it gives us a unique bond, and it gives us a shared vocabulary, a cinematic vocabulary.
Mm-hmm. Tell me one quality of both Neo and John Wick that you feel is very close to you in real life.
I don't know. Grief and anger.
Real emotions from both the characters. Say, I hope bahut pyar means lots of love in Hindi. So, bahut pyar to you, Keanu.
Thank you so much, and to you as well.
And I hope that we get to see so much more of this because it's kind of a series that we've loved. It's a film that I'm sure it's going to do really well. So you're excited about John Wick.
Thank you. Me too. Hopefully people enjoy it.
I know the action looks kick-ass. Absolutely, in the trailer.
It is. It's crazy.
Crazy. All right, on that note, thank you. Like I said, namaste, sending you lots of love. And bye.
Bye-bye.
My guests today are extremely talented. I'm talking about the cast of John Wick. Ian and Lance joining in. Hello, welcome to India and welcome to Zoom TV.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm really excited. You're like this guide. You're like this very important person in John Wick's life. Like, he's surviving. Without your characters, John really wouldn't survive. Who has been that one person from the industry in your careers, and both of you have had such interesting careers, who you feel like is similar with the kind of relationship that you'll have on screen with John Wick, where you felt like, you've also sort of made it here because of that one or two people in your career?
Oh, I think anybody that says they did everything on their own. I'm sorry, all billionaires think they did it on their own. You mean I did it all on myself. There was never anybody to help. Everybody has help from some area. Be it your wife, be it an agent, be it a lucky break, be in the right place at the right time. Some people never get it. So yeah, I've been extremely lucky in my in the last 60 years in terms of people I've worked with and et cetera, et cetera. It's been a fascinating business.
I mean, it's tough for me because I think when you,
Right.
similar to what you said, there's been so many people, but as I'm sitting here thinking about it, as interesting as it
was me,
may sound, you were number 2 on the list. But I wouldn't say so many. Like, the first person that came to my mind was Eric Overmyer for Bosch, and before that was David Simon. But I would have to say more than anybody else, my ex-wife, my kid's mom. Even after we split up, she did whatever she could to make sure that I was supported in my career and that I was in the kids' lives. And I mean, because I, my daughter was born before I started acting, and my son was born while I was in drama school. So, I spent, the first 10 years of my career trying to juggle raising 2 little kids and making ends meet. And then after we separated, really like paying the rent and still getting work. So, through thick and thin, she was there.
I'm good.
Sorry.
I'm good. I've got the heck yeah.
But that is beautiful.
I wish I told one a story like that. My God, that came.
That is
It's true. I'm full of grace. I love it.
That is beautiful. But on that note, I also want to say, what is one thing you hope that the trajectory of your characters go? Where do you hope that there could be something about your character that you could change? What would you change?
I'd change it that I could have killed more people.
I love that.
I would like it. I would like to have.
I would like
joined in the mayhem, but no, that's not the way it is. But sometimes, I did get a little jealous sometimes if you had to done. But I've had,
all the best monologues in every movie, man.
I know, I'm not. I know. Give him dialogue. Give him dialogue. Give him a gun to handle at the same time. Yeah.
I'd still be alive, but I don't know if I can say that because that's a spoiler. So that would be my big thing. But if I had to choose a second one, it would be that I kill more people.
I love how both of you have a very natural swag. Both of your characters have that. Killing more people will just add to it. Somebody's going to do something else, no? I don't think they want to give everything to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
My guests today are very special. They're also extremely talented. I'm sure you know who they are. And of course, the cast of John Wick Chapter 4. I have Hiroyuki and Shamier, both very, very talented. Welcome to Zoom TV and welcome to India.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for joining in. I'm going to start with Hiroyuki. You, of course, are an absolute legend. You've done some fantastic action films, and, everybody knows that. But what's interesting also is that, you are extremely involved in the movies that you are. It's important, right? People talk about representation, but they don't always make sure that that's done in the right manner. I know that a lot of your films, you're often asked to sort of look at the character, the costumes and everything. Tell me why that is important for you, we had Yen who wanted to change the name, and of course, Chad, did that, and he took all the inputs, and I think that's what a collaborative process should be. So I would like your comments on that.
Yeah, I've done a lot of action film, but also just no action or comedy or melodrama. But action is just one of my skills. So sometimes do, sometimes nothing. Just do my best, especially including our culture, sometimes misunderstanding from the Western people. So I have to correct about our culture, wardrobe or wig, movement, or props or something. So that's my part of my job, I'm believing. And then finally, I'm doing producing for the Japanese Samurai show. And now I can say a lot of things as a producer. But before, I have no title, but always the producer and the director respected me to listen to my suggestion. So I'm so happy about that. And especially this time, I knew Chad a long time, so he believed me this time too. So we put a lot of ideas together, and then especially fighting with Donnie was so much fun. He has experience, so easy to corroborate, put the idea together, and Chad just enjoying our collaboration and chemical reaction or something. So that was a great situation for me.
I love that. Fantastic to doing that. Kudos. Shamier, of course, you're someone who's really, takes in all the feedback when you go for films, and you take it very seriously. I remember you slept in the same bed for Stowaway to get in the skin of the character. And I know you've spent hours in the dojo to get the things right. So tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, my process, I think notoriously has been very, known as to be very immersive. My process is immersive because it's rooted in anxiety most of the time and not wanting to mess up. Similar to a student, studying for an exam and wanting to get as close as they can to perfection. And so that's kind of how I approach the work. And obviously going into a franchise that is beloved and has a huge following, there's a lot of pressure there. However, I put my blinders on, I lock in, and when meeting Chad on this project, he had warned me and said it's going to be a lot of work. And I told him work's my middle name. And it was important for me to rise to the occasion. And by doing that, I did spend a lot of times, in the soundstage with the ninjas, I call them, training in different styles from jujitsu to judo to boxing to Muay Thai to weaponry, to also physical fitness, training with my trainer, Derwin Phillips, then also training with the dogs, learning how to work with Belgian Malinois. I mean, it was a process. I had no time for myself. However, it was all worth it. And, it's just a testament to the incredible team, and especially led by Keanu Reeves, who is the ultimate samurai. And, I definitely pay my homage and respects.
I love that. Thank you so much. And I must say that I love that you're fighting stereotypes and doing the great action scenes, both of you. So I'm looking forward to John Wick. Thank you for joining in. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good day.
My guest today is very special. He pretty much knows everything about action, I think. He's also the mastermind behind one of the most loved action franchises. John Wick Chapter 4 is here, and we're going to talk so much more about that. Hello, welcome to India, and welcome to Zoom TV.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of course. I must ask you, Chad. And I just, reminded Keanu, it feels like a full circle because, there was you who was playing his stunt double in Matrix, and here you are. What a fascinating journey this has been for you.
Very interesting.
But does it feel like it somehow makes sense? Somehow this is what was meant to happen. And how do you look back at that journey of yours?
It's always strange, right? When you look back, you don't know what was fate and what was accidental and what was a lot of luck. It was probably a lot of all of them. I've been very fortunate. I got exposed to very good people that helped train me. I've always loved cinema, and I've always been lucky enough to work with people who have been hired by people who have been trained by people that love cinema as much, even more than I do. So, a big part of it is just love of what you do. And I think people that love the same things kind of gravitate towards each other. So serendipitously meeting Keanu, yes, I got to be a stunt double, but it was over the years that we just realized we had common interests. I mean, it was a very professional relationship for a lot of it, as any good stunt person or cast member would keep. Always a pleasure to see each other, but it was very professional. And it was only much later when our interests changed, where Keanu was directing a film for himself, Man of Tai Chi, that I was lucky enough to help him on. And then we talked more about both wanting to direct and what would we direct if we could do it, if we ever got to do a movie together, what would that movie be? And that's kind of how the John Wick started. And we're literally were lucky enough to get an opportunity again that brought us together through Basil Ionwick, actually with Thunder Road, who had this script Scorn that Keanu was attached to first and thought there was something to it, but didn't quite have it yet. And he contacted me and asked if I'd give it a read. And literally, I got the script on a Friday, and by Monday, we were directing the movie. It happened literally over a weekend. That fast, your life changes. And that was really kind of a very strange experience.
I think it's a fantastic story and quite the inspiration for a lot of budding filmmakers. I'm really looking forward to the action sequences. I saw some of it in the trailer. And I want to know, as someone who knows action choreography, is it difficult for you? Are you more critical of your own work, particularly in the John Wick series, where people are expecting so much of action choreography and the standards really raising it there? And how do you look at our very own John Wick's, Keanu's, action journey per se, from the time you've seen him?
Well, I think we take action standpoint really from like a dance choreographer. Most of what we do is based on dance choreography and not martial art choreography. We use martial art moves, but our process is very much like a professional dance troupe. And that starts with the dancer. So, you have Keanu, and, we've been doing this for 10 years now. So obviously I get older, Keanu gets older, our limitations change, our skill set changes, some expand, some contract. You have to take that into account. You have to take the environment into account. You have to take your crew into account, and you keep trying to get better every time. I've been doing martial arts since I was 10, and I have a legitimate love for all different martial arts, not just one. And I think that's what's fascinating about the martial art community is there's so many different things. It's not a matter of what works or what's effective or how do you hurt somebody. It's just, to me, it's all like dance. It's beautiful. It's motion. We try to bring that into John Wick. You have Keanu that is a huge martial arts cinema fan. So that helps right there. Do we ever think about outdoing ourselves or trying to raise the bar? I don't really think we ever come into it. I mean, maybe in the back of my head, we were like, okay, make sure we just do better. But I think that's it, right? You just want to do better every time. You want to expand, and we have a loyalty to our audience, or the audience, meaning we just want to, all the things we love, we'd like to try and get it out to show people that may haven't seen Sambo or Jiu-Jitsu or all these different kinds of choreography. We'd like to get it out and make it interesting for them. Keanu and I love the cinematic experience of being shown something different in the theater for anybody's film. So we want to give that back somehow through our films. So I think that's really the only bar we try to live up to is, did we do better than last time? And do we think you'll love it?
That's the best kind of bar. I'm going to wrap. And of course, using minimum VFX and keeping it real even there. I don't think it's easy.
I have nothing against visual effects. I love enhancements. I think there's a real legitimacy to trying to do it practically, to stretch the talents of people as much as we can. And again, I don't always think the easy way is the right way. I think the safe way is the right way. So we use VFX to enhance our ideas, but never in place of creativity. If there's a way I can save my stunt guys or Keanu a few bumps and bruises or make what we're trying to achieve safer, I'm the first one to throw that out there. And the utility and the promise of VFX is awe-inspiring. They've changed the industry. It's a huge part. We love them to death. I wouldn't know how to make a movie without them, but I do believe that we have to try to be creative first. I'm for anything that relies on creativity and doesn't try to replace creativity. That's all.
You found the balance, and I think that's perfect. Thank you so much, Chad. Lovely chatting with you, and I'm looking forward to John Wick Chapter 4.
Thank you.
Thank you.